Hello, we're Maroon 5, and you're watching Fuse on Demand.
Get it when you want it.
At this exact moment, Canadian band Nickelback are probably the biggest selling rock act on the planet. It might be an oversimplification to say that they owe that success largely to one single, but when How You Remind Me was released in September 2001, it set a US record which it still holds for the most airplays ever for one song in a 7-day period. A band that only 12 months earlier had been shouting at audiences, "Do you know who Nickelback are?" would never need to shout again. The album Silver Side Up has now sold millions all over the world and made household names of brothers Chad and Mike Kruger, Ryan Peake and Ryan Weichtel. A single hero from the soundtrack to the film Spider-Man has been similarly successful. The band takes its name from days spent working in a coffee shop, where, when you purchased a coffee, you inevitably received a nickel back in change. That was in Vancouver in the early 90s, but main man Chad was writing songs long before that.
There was always a piano at my grandmother's house, and every time I'd walk by, I'd just start making up a little song, even if it was just with one finger. I was always stopping at that piano, just making up stupid little melodies on the piano, and then when I got a guitar, they just got a little more elaborate, and away I went. Then I just wanted to be like the best guitar player in the world, and I just realized that was silly, because I realized I was never going to be the best guitar player in the world. And then I kind of got into singing, stopped playing the guitar, and then I wanted to be the best singer in the world. Then I realized I wasn't going to be the best singer in the world, and started doing both of them together. But one thing I did think is that someday I could be one of the best songwriters in the world, and that I'm still trying to be.
And not doing it all bad, it must be said. Nickelback started life in small-town Canada in the early 90s with Chad, brother Mike, cousin Brandon, and friend Ryan Peake.
I've never been in a band without my brother. I've never been in a band without Ryan Peake. So we just, we had a cover band and we were playing other people's music. And it was just like, I wasn't singing though, I was just playing lead guitar. I finished the cover band, I think, in '95, started '95. And then I wrote songs for about a year, continued to get in a lot of trouble. And I had the police knocking on my door every 15 minutes, it felt like. And I just realized I had to get the hell out of the small town I was in and just try and do something musically. So I had all these songs written, and I grabbed the boys, we went to Vancouver and recorded them.